After finishing law school, I brought myself some new boobs. I'm the real life Legally Blonde, but I'm also illegally horny.
You in Palmerston North? You're from Palmerston North. I'm from Palmerston North too.
Lucky you. All the best people come from Palmerston
Yeah.
North.
I don't know if
so.
that sounded sarcastic
Now-
or not.
If you put yourself on a show like Too Hot to Handle and you're going to get people that love you and then, like you say, you've copped a lot of flack. Does it get to you?
Yeah. No, it doesn't really get to me because, like, I chose to look this way. Like, I didn't just fall on a syringe of filler, but I'm getting a lot of slack for being like the one with surgery. But a lot of the other girls have fake boobs. Pretty much every other girl has lip filler, extensions, everything.
It's funny how many people can't recognise that there maybe has been work done, and they're like, no, those are very natural, obviously. It's like, no, they're not.
How does a girl from Palmerston North end up on a big Netflix show called Too Hot to Handle? How does that happen?
Thinking about June last year, I got a random message on Instagram, and it was quite funny because I thought, is this guy just some horny guy messaging girls, asking them to complete this application form for a new show that asks them like what their favorite sexual position is,
you would.
can they go without sex, like all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So for a bit, I was like, this is like a little bit fishy.
When and where was it filmed? I mean, it must have been hard to get everyone together during a global pandemic.
It was in Turks and Caicos, which is in the Caribbean, and it's like heavenly. We were like Drake and Tiger had been on the island at the same time as us, and the house we were at, there was like a red wine stain from P. Diddy, and like the Kardashians had stayed there. Like, it was unreal. It was such a beautiful island.
What does it do for you career-wise? Like, is it neutral? Does it do you any favours? Or is it kind of hard now for people to take you seriously after going on a reality
Kim
dating show?
Kardashian's trying to be a lawyer at the moment.
Well, she's failed her exam twice, I think, but good on her for trying. The reason like I went on it is because of these perceptions people have, like that you can't be a lawyer and look sexy and behave that way and like wear a bikini. So like my whole life I've kind of tried to break that ideal.
Lots of fans around Palmerston. Like, have you noticed, like, when you're walking around or you're going to the bars or the cafes or whatever, that people are like, oh, Too Hot to Handle girl?
I noticed people looking and then being like, is that girl from Too Hot to Handle? A lot of it says I'm from Auckland. The main thing was people internationally don't necessarily know where Palmerston North is. So if we said Auckland, they would know New Zealand.
Yeah.
Was it hard to watch yourself back?
But Netflix definitely played off my facials. Like, I'm known for just making the weirdest faces, and there's so many shots where I'm just like, and then there's one where I'm in bed and they've come up underneath my chin, and I'm going.
Feels like there are some couples that paired up very quickly on the show, and then you sort of sat back and didn't sort of find anyone that you were sort of vibing.
You'll see there's definitely more that happens with me, but it was just a crazy environment to be in, and like Nathan wasn't my usual type, so it took me a little while to get to know him. But yeah, it definitely gets a bit more hot for me.
Seems like the ones that break the rules and hook up with people are the ones that get the screen time.
I wasn't gonna like fake a relationship or like be someone I'm not, like causing drama and breaking rules just to get screen time. So I think it came down to that. I'm not sure if it was like the best idea for my exposure, but at least I can say that I was like true to myself.